Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. Nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Understand Quran and Salah the easy way. For this course, I welcome you to 23rd lesson, in which we will study Surah Lahab. In grammar, we'll take introduction of derived forms of verb, af'al thulathi mazid fi, and by the end of this lesson, inshallah, we will cover 155 words which occur in the Quran 43,500 times approximately. Let's take introduction of Surah Lahab. Abu Lahab was the uncle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he not only rejected Islam, but opposed the Prophet throughout his life. He was the caretaker of Kaaba in those times, and there were 360 idols in the Kaaba. Abu Lahab insisted that this house should remain so. That means he did not want the idols to be removed. Whenever the Prophet ﷺ presented Islam to the people, Abu Lahab misguided people. Tariq bin Abdullah says, radiyallahu anh, that I saw in the fair of Dhul Majaz that the Holy Prophet ﷺ was exhorting the people, saying, O people, say La ilaha illallah, you will attain success. And behind him there was a man who was casting stone at him until his heels bled, and he was telling the people, do not listen to him, he is a liar. I asked the people who he was. They said he was his uncle Abu Lahab. So let us start the surah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Tabbat yada Abi Lahabin wa tabb. Perished are the two hands of Abu Lahab, and he will be perished. And he is perished. Tabbat means perished. Actually, tabba is masculine form. Huwa tabba, hiya tabbat. Huwa fa'ala, hiya fa'alat. Huwa tabba, he perished. Hiya tabbat, she perished. In Arabic, yada, the two hands are feminine. Okay, so yad is hand, yadan means two hands. Two hands. Yadani Abu Lahab, yadani, and you join yadani of Abu Lahab. When you join that, then noon will drop and Abu will become Abi. Yada Abi Lahab. Perished are the two hands of Abu Lahab. Lahab means flame. Lahab means flame. Abu Lahab, father of flame. Actually, Abu Lahab had a very red face. His face was red like a flame of fire. That's why he was called Abu Lahab. After Muhammad ﷺ was made a messenger in the early Meccan days, he went up to the mountain of Safa and called out people, saying, O people, beware of the danger. People gathered there hearing his call. The Prophet ﷺ told them, if I tell you that there is an army behind the mountain which is going to attack you, will you believe my word? People said, yes, we never saw you telling a lie. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, look, I warn you of a great impending doom. On hearing this, Abu Lahab said, may you be destroyed. Did you gather us here only for this? So he used the same term, tabba. Tabballak. Alihada jama'atana. That's what he said. This way he opposed the Prophet ﷺ throughout his life. Allah destroyed him in this world and the hereafter. His companions, that is the friends of Abu Lahab, were killed in the battle of Badr. He lost his prestige, and within a week of the battle, after a week, he was afflicted with a skin disease and died of it. His corpse was rotting for 3 days, since nobody was prepared to touch it. They feared that the disease could infect them too. At last, his sons dug a pit, pushed his corpse with a stick into it, and filled it with stones and dust. That was his end in this world, and he will enter the hellfire, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises us in this surah. When we hear such verses, we should say, we should think, why was Allah angry with Abu Lahab? Because he opposed Islam. So how will He be pleased? If we serve Islam. So we should say, oh Allah, help us serve Islam and be pleased with us. Let us practice. Tabbat, perished. Yada, two hands. Abi Lahab, wa tabba, and he perished. Perished are the two hands of Abu Lahab and he perished. Let us translate the words. Tabbat yada Abi Lahab wa tabb.
Perished are the two hands of Abu Lahab and he perished.
Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab. Not availed him his wealth, meaning his wealth did not avail him, and that which he gained. Ma, not. Ma has two meanings actually. We have learned that in our previous course. Ma fi, in our Arab world they say ma fi means not there. So ma means not. That is first meaning. Next meaning is what. And to remember the next meaning, we told you, the example. The example is the second question in the grave. Ma dinuka. First question is Man Rabbuka, who is your Rabb? The second question, Ma dinuka, what is your deen? So ma means what, not and what. So ma aghna anhu. Ma aghna anhu. When you want to negate the past tense, like fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna, if you want to negate it, you say ma fa'ala. He did not do it. Ma fa'ala, ma fa'alu, ma fa'alta, ma fa'altu, ma fa'altu, ma fa'alna. Similarly here, ma aghna anhu, did not avail him, not availed him, not availed him. Maluhu, mal is wealth, plural is amwal. His wealth did not avail him. Wama kasab, and that which and what he gained. Wama kasaba, kasaba is he earned, what he gained, what he earned. Why did his wealth and his position or whatever he earned did not benefit him? Because he used these things against the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, against Islam. So when we hear such verses, what should we say? We can say, oh Allah, help us use our wealth and our position, our status, everything that we have to help us use these things in the service of Islam. Translate, ma, not, aghna anhu,
availed him,
maluhu,
his wealth,
wa ma,
and that which
kasab,
he gained.
Ma aghna anhu maluhu, his wealth availed him not, or his wealth did not avail him. Wa ma kasab, and that which he gained. Sayasla naran dhata lahab, soon he will burn in a fire of blazing flame. Sayasla. You see, we learned in fi'l mudari, yaf'alu, yaf'alun, taf'alu, taf'alun, af'alun, af'alu. If you want to make future soon, you'll say sawfa yaf'alu, sawfa yaf'alun, sawfa taf'alu, sawfa taf'alun, sawfa af'alu, sawfa naf'alu. Soon he will do, soon they will do, soon you will do, soon you will do, soon I will do, soon we will do. But if you want to say that very soon, then you will say sayasla, very soon. Sayafalu, very soon he will do. Sayafaluna, so soon that you don't have time to say sawfa. Just remember it like this. So soon that you don't have time to say sawfa. Sawfa means soon, sa means very soon. Anyway, sayasla, soon he will burn, naran, in a fire. We say waqina adhab an-nar. Oh Allah, protect us from the punishment of fire. So naran, in a fire, that lahab, of blazing flame. That, we have the, the, like dhul jalal, dhul qarnain. So dhu means of, and the feminine is that. Dhul jalal, dhul jalal, dhil jalal. That means of jalal, and the feminine is that. That lahab, of blazing flame. Abu Lahab will enter in the hellfire very soon, a man thinks that the worldly life to be long enough. He thinks that I have a long life, but when we see our past, how short does it appear? In the same way, the rest of life will also pass away. And again, to interact with this verse, we can say, oh Allah, help us avoid those deeds which take us to the hellfire, and help us do those deeds which take us to Jannah. Translate: Sayasla,
soon he will burn
Naran,
in a fire
Dhata Lahab,
of blazing flame.
Sayasla Naran Dhata Lahab,
Soon he will burn in a fire of blazing flame.
وامرأته حمالة الحطب. وامرأته وامرأته. Imra'a means woman, or here it refers to his woman means his wife. Wa is and, imra'atun wife, who his, imra'atuhu. And imra'atun is lady or wife or woman. When you join it with wa, it becomes wamra'a. Don't say wa imra'atuhu. Say wamra'atuhu, and his wife. Hammal is carrier. Hammala is feminine. Hammal, hammala. Hammal carrier for masculine form, and hammala carrier for feminine. Hammalat al-hatab, carrier of the firewood. Carrier of the firewood. Why is his wife mentioned here? Because she was also associated with Abu Lahab in opposing Islam. She was the worst neighbor. Even though she was aunt of the Prophet ﷺ, she used to treat him very badly. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned her also, that she will also be entering hellfire along with Abu Lahab. So what can we say when we hear such verses? We can say, oh Allah, help our family to help us in the service of Islam. Make them our supporters. And also give us a chance to study Quran, Hadith, and do programs at home so that they are trained to do so. Okay, translate. وَامْرَأَتُهُ
And his wife,
حَمَّالَةَ
carrier
الْحَطَبِ
of the firewood.
وَامْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ
And his wife, the carrier of the firewood.
فِي جِيدِهَا حَبْلٌ مِّن مَّسَدٍ. In her neck will be a rope of palm fiber. Fi means in, jidiha, jid means neck. Fi jidiha, in her neck. Jidiha, rabbuhu, rabbuha, jiduhu, jiduha. But fi makes it jidi. Fi jidiha, in her neck. Fi jidiha, in her neck. Hablun. Hablun is rope. Rope. Mim masad. Masad is palm fiber. This is for us to understand. Allah knows how that will be in the hellfire and what kind of rope that will be. This is just for our understanding. According to some mufassirin, the most valuable thing that the wife of Abu Lahab possessed was a necklace of jewels. She was so mad in the enmity of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that she even said that if there was any need, she would sell the necklace to spend in the enmity of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She thought of spending the gift of Allah against Allah's messenger. Then Allah also will give her an equally worse punishment. Will put in a rope of palm fiber in the hellfire as a punishment. And to interact with such verses, we can say, oh Allah, help me and my family to spend the best we have in the service of Islam when the need arises, and give us a chance to be trained so. Okay, translate. Fi jidiha,
in her neck,
hablun,
will be a rope
mim masad,
of palm fiber.
Fi jidiha hablum mim masad.
In her neck will be a rope of palm fiber.
You can repeat this word for word translation and the verse translations again and again, but because of shortage of time, we are doing it only once. Abu Lahab lived for 10 years after the revelation of this surah, but he did not accept Islam, as was proclaimed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he will enter hellfire, so obviously he will remain a kafir. And it also tells us that even though Abu Lahab was uncle of the Prophet, in Islam, clan, tribe, race has no meaning if they don't believe. Only those people who believe will enter Jannah. May Allah help us to follow Islam truly. Let's take a break. After the break, we'll come back with grammar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.